this is my screen right now. You can see I always have a template. So these first 8 tracks are music instruments, like synths and stuff. So I have a synth here. And then I have an 808 track, I have a kick track, hi-hat track, and these are actually all samplers, so there's nothing actually like drag into them. They don't make any sound, but everything's already set up there. I always make my melodies first, and then make drums around them. And it seems like that's what most other people do. So I'm not going to tell you that there's a format to make beats, but you got to also there's something to be said about. Most people don't do drums before they do melodies. Like most people can't even wrap their heads around that. So that is one thing to think about with format. But that being said, there was a beat I made a long time ago that actually did pretty good on Spotify, and the entire idea behind it was a drum track, and then I added some trombones behind the drum track, and I made the drum track before I made everything else. So again, there's not really like a set way, like, hey, you can't do it this way because of this person told you to do this. Okay, I'm getting the chat open so I can read the chat better. Oh, shoot. That way, like, hey, you can't do it this way because of this person told you to do this. Okay, I'm getting the chat open so I can read the chat better. Oh, shoot. There we go. What about VSTs? I have a sampler, but I don't know what other VSTs I should have. Okay, yeah, so DJ, on that note, I have a video that came out this morning about free VSTs and free synths and stuff like that, and free plugins. You should definitely check out that video. It's a good idea to get started. So one thing to think about is that my sampler that I use is called the Complete Control sampler, or Complete Control like plugin. I like it because it's really easy to like choose a sample. Like if I can just go through here, I can go to samples. This is my favorite drum kit at the moment. I can click kits and I can so yeah, this is really handy for like I like this plugin because it's really easy and really quick. That's one thing I'd say about thinking about when you're choosing a VST. There's nothing about a certain VST that makes it the best one of all time. I personally think that Complete Control is actually a very simple to use and very quick and easy, and like it just gets the job done really well sampler. But you can also choose another one. For example, like there's a Citala sampler. I don't like it because it's not part of my workflow. But someone could make the argument that the ability to have all of your samples, all 16 tracks here, are mapped to different notes. And you can change these sounds out for anything you want. And so you can make an argument that some people might like that because then they can go like, they can drum their kicks in with their snares and stuff like that. So I'm not going to say that it's bad for someone to do it one way or another, but I am going to say that find a VST that fits your work style. Other VSTs that you should get this X-Band 2. It's actually a paid plugin, but it's only $15, so I'd say go for it. It sounds so gorgeous. I think I might actually start this beat using this plugin. Like, listen to this. Ready? Anyway, I got carried away there. There's also a really good piano in here. So this plugin has so many different sounds that I would recommend getting this one just simply because it has like everything you need. I've never used one of those before. Anyway, what other VSTs you should have? So yeah, check out the video in the description. I mean, not in the description. The video I posted earlier this morning about free plugins. Like I talk about literally 51 free plugins, and I rate them from best to worst. So yeah, just check out that video, and it'll give you just about everything. No, if your melodies are bad, a MIDI controller will not help you. I say that not because I think that you're bad. I say that because, at least with my workflow, I draw in all of my initial melodies. I draw in all of my initial melodies. And, so, like, for example, I'm going to start drawing in right now. Let's go like that. So what am I saying? So yeah, a MIDI controller will not help you with your melodies. If you want to get more like organic and kind of interesting sounding melodies, you can make the case for a MIDI controller. That would be helpful. But I'm not going to say you have to have a MIDI controller to make melodies. One thing that is something to say about is that personally, I really like to be able to play my perks in, like, you know, the ability to play like that and gives it more a human kind of realistic and more personal feel in my opinion. But I mean, I know a whole bunch of people who don't have MIDI controllers and make 6 figures a year selling beats. Like no one can tell you what you can or can't do. What? Slow this down. So, and basically when I'm doing my melody is the only reason I use my MIDI keyboard is if I have like a melody already done and then I want to add a counter melody on top of it. That's the only time I use my MIDI controller. Oh. Let's move this down an octave. I wish there is anyone in the chat a really hardcore GarageBand Cakewalk user? Because I want to know if there's a shortcut to transpose things. there are a couple of notes that are off here. One thing that I think is kind of funny is that when I edit my videos, I've noticed that the videos that I cut out, like the beginning process where I make the melody, if I make that melody part of the video as short as possible, the video is a lot better. Which is kind of unfortunate because the melody takes so long to make. I'll call this melody. I'll call this melody. The melody takes so long to make that cutting it out as much as I have to in order to make the videos entertaining, like just completely like sucks the life out of the video. Because then I have like 10 minutes of content to work with, and I want to keep, and I don't want to have like I don't want it to feel like I'm just adding. I don't want it to look like I'm adding footage just to add footage. Like if I'm going to if I'm going to like make I don't know what I'm saying. I don't want to add footage just to add footage, but by the time I cut out so much of my melody, I only have like 10 minutes of footage left, and I want to have my videos around 7 minutes long. So therefore I have a whole bunch of drum stuff. I'm going to come back in just a second. Give me a second. Sorry. Howdy. Shoot, that's awful. Hmm. Here we go. Hey DJ, I don't know if you're still there. Let me know if you are. But if there is a plugin out of all of those, out of you were asking about VSTs earlier. If there's a plugin that I recommend over all the others, it would be either this complete control here that is playing this main melody, which is pretty fire, or I'd recommend this plugin. This one up here is called Iota MIDI. And about half of them are super fire and about half of them are really weird. But they're made for trap beats. So if you make trap beats, you should get that plugin. But remember, I have a video out that I posted this morning literally, so it's actually a pretty good video, like. There you go. That's it. I just realized I have my arm resting on the MIDI. So I gotta delete that. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna extend these notes so that they take up the whole space. Like this. And then I'm gonna also make them so they cut themselves. Or at least when I release that they release. And then what am I gonna do then? And then I'm gonna pitch them down and maybe get rid of some of the yeah, so let's pitch this down. Pitch down again. Pitch these up. Hey, can I have a shout out to whoever's watching right now? Just curious who's out there. Watching and learning, he says. Yeah, I mean, like, I watch and learn from so many other people, too. And I feel like at this moment, I might be feeling insane. But I feel like it's time for me to start posting like 3 videos a week. Because I feel like if I can get to the point where if I get to the point where I can make these videos a little bit faster, I'm ready. I think I'm up for just more content, more and more and more. Because I don't feel like but posting 3 videos a week is an undertaking. But I thought posting two videos a week is going to be an undertaking, but it's actually been very easy. Okay, that's gonna be the rate of my video things. I forgot to tell everyone Kyle Beats has let out his first free drum kit, Ladronima. Yeah, I hit the download link or whatever to get that Andromeda kit, and for some reason it hasn't gone to my email. So maybe I'll check back in on that. Have you gotten the pack? Is it really good? Hey Maurice, have you gotten the kit? Have you gotten the kit RT? I'm gonna speed this beat up. Note about. Okay. Yeah, how is that kit? RT, tell me. I need to know. Cause I hit the download link, and for some reason it just hasn't gone to my email. Actually, I hit it twice, and it hasn't gone to my email at all yet. So I'm wondering, do I hit the download link again, or do I just make do with what I have and I just forget about it? Cause I need to figure out how to make it so that it doesn't repeat the same sound. Yeah, I'll probably sign. If you're, yeah, but I sent it the day that it came out. Day that video came out. So I don't know what's going on. And I understand that, like, the fact that I did the day it came out, like, there's gonna be like that's gonna be the biggest rush. But nonetheless, I should be able to, like, it should be here by now, because that's been almost like, has it been almost a week? This is getting laggy. Okay, I haven't checked YouTube in about a week, so maybe I didn't see that video. Okay, thank you, Bounty. Yeah, I'll try it again. And if you're having problems with having it repeat the sound, it probably has to do with your sampler. And if you have a question about your sampler, chances are I've used it, and you can ask me on the Discord server. Because I've used almost every free sampler I think there is. Most of which I haven't liked. I gotta admit, there's really only a couple samplers that I've genuinely loved. ADSR being like my favorite sampler, except it's so laggy and it crashes so much. No, I don't think Kyle Beats is sending them manually himself, but you're right. If you're having problems with it repeating, actually I can pull up ADSR sampler right now, and maybe I can help you because I know what the problem is. I believe. Let me just freeze my tracks and let me save before it potentially crashes. Okay, so I'll replace this synth with ADSR sampler. So the ADSR sample manager, when it's loaded up, this is a little thing down here, has MIDI mode. If you change this from loop, you want it to be on full or stop. But potentially you want it to be full if you're doing like a perk, just in case the perk like just in case your MIDI note is short. But otherwise, like stop is good for like 808s for the most part. You also want to turn off DAW sync. I don't even know why that's on. I think it's good for like melodies and like loops, but not good for percussions and stuff like that. Other than that, yeah, just have it on full here, turn off DAW sync, and you should be fine. You shouldn't have to change the semitones. Yeah, you shouldn't have to change anything else in that. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, no problem. Uh-oh. Make sure my microphone didn't just crash. Yeah, okay, we're good. I almost unplugged my microphone as I was speaking. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of my my melodies into one bus called Melody Bus. And then I'm going to sidechain my kick to my melodies super duper hard. Because I think this beat is a little too clean. Also going to change out this 808 because there is a 808 that I found recently that I love. It's in this kit, 808's Cutthroat 808. Okay, now that I did that, I'm going to transpose my stuff down because the 808 is really high pitched. Transpose down. Do you guys think that my side chain is too intense right now? Please stop. Something's up with my computer. So slow. Oh, I know why it's so slow. There you go. That should fix it. Okay. I'll do an open hat now. Ah. I'm gonna try some like effects. I'm just curious, do you guys ever like do any like crazy like experiments? Like just to see like, hey, can I like I'm gonna use a noise gate. Hey Roku. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty fire. I'm gonna use fuzz plus 3. Is it gonna be your love song beat? Using mouse as a lead, that's cool. I don't actually use leads all that often. Or if I do, they feel like they kind of like in the background still. Nice. Have you made any beats yet recently, Roku? I'm never gonna get it, Rocco. Never gonna get your name right. Well, I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna guess every single time. It's gonna be Rocco one day, it's gonna be Roku the next. See if I can use my... What are you putting in the Discord? Are you putting your name or your beat that you made? Okay, I hear you, Maurice. Let me see if I can do that. I'm using audio track. And I'm going to take the same open hat I'm using right now. I'm going to put it on this track. And then I'm going to go reverse is right here. See what it sounds like. I wish there was like more of like a definite click to this open hat. I'm gonna replace this open hat because it's kind of weak. Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah, thank you, Maurice. Here's what we got so far. That's really cool. Maybe I can even put one beginning leading into halfway mark. Yeah, just for a little bit. Like Rocco Sif Reed. Okay, I just looked up who that guy was. Okay, right after I said I don't use melodies very often or leads very often, but I am going to add a flute. Actually maybe not a flute. Maybe let me look through these hard leads real quick. Let's do that real quick. Okay, that's pretty fire. like the idea of a choir. Let me quick finish this up. I'm gonna get that choir in right now. But I am liking that that trumpet blasting. Yeah, let's get a choir in for sure. Okay. I think I might layer that choir with the chords in some sort of way, like probably like a higher version of the chords. Let's find the choir. Where is that? Vocals. Here we go. No, not high pass. Vocals. So yeah, we've got the chords over here. I doubt they're in the same key anymore. Okay, it is. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't mean to freeze that. Because we're probably going to pitch it up an octave or two. Transpose 12. That is too high for humans to sing. That sounds kind of cool, but it's too high for humans to sing, so I'm going to take it down. Oh, by the way, guys, I've been giving away samples for free on my Discord server. So, I mean, if you haven't joined already, join for that. But, yeah, if there's, yeah, sometimes I make a beat. Sometimes I just make a quick little beat just to give away samples. And maybe I'll make a choir thing like this. gotta admit, boys. I'm gonna quick dance around my room a little bit. Woo! Okay. I just dance around my room a little bit. Time to arrange, because that's when your ideas come from just a quick little loop you made to a full-fledged beat. I do want to develop my arranging. While I'm on that topic, I do want to develop my arranging quite a bit. I'm gonna ask you, what do you guys do to arrange your beats? Thank you guys. Oh yeah, Roku. You just changed your name to Ro, or R-O, wherever. Rocco. I called you Roku again. I think Roku is like a TV provider or whatever. Anyway, Rocco. On the Discord server, your name is Ro or R-O or Ra or I don't know. So I see you just changed your name to that. If you guys have any like special idea of how I can arrange something, I want to hear you guys' advice, because I feel like my arranging is getting kind of like repetitive. For this intro, I'm going to have a duplicate of this melody. And I'm going to do something that I do every once in a while that is super fire, to make it kind of sound sampled. It makes what you have kind of sound sampled. And then on top of that, I'm going to add a plugin called Fuzz Plus 3. I haven't used this in a while either. And that's going to give it kind of like a, sampled, kind of like retro bad kind of sound. Here's what it sounds like before. Here's what it sounds like after. And then I'm going to add Isotope Vinyl, which is another plugin I don't use very often. Imagine if that was the beat. Imagine if we just went from, like, let's say we were like this. There you go, boys. No way. No way on earth. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to introduce things one at a time. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fade in. I'm going to fade in this higher melody. And how I'm going to do that is, so it's kind of like taking what fading really is and just making it in the most practical sense. So for example, by this point, I want to have only this melody and none of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fade this out. And starting at the same part where this ends, and I'm just going to fade it out from there to there. To there. So that they're literally exactly identical. So as long as they're relatively same volume, you won't even hear a difference. So now I'm going to and then bring the kick in. And then we're into the drop. Then we're also gonna have a duplicate of this original chord melody again. And this is what I mean by you go from a loop to a full beat, because these little like transposing things I would never think of when I'm making the beat side of things, but when I start making the arrangement side of things, then these things start popping up. Looking for a new DAW? How could you? I used GarageBand before Cakewalk, and GarageBand is pretty good. It's not as good as Cakewalk. Save this high melody for later. Stop here. Hey Alan, I remember you for sure. Yeah, so if you're looking for a program, never admit defeat. Yeah. Before I use GarageBand, and Rocco said there that my old videos have GarageBand, but actually, no, I think I privated most of those videos because I want to go full forward Cakewalk. If never admit defeat, Cakewalk is the best option I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe this DAW is free. If you're looking for a free DAW, this is the one to do. 100%. There are only a couple free options. And every single one of them has been proven bad, or at least not as good as this one. If you are looking for a paid version, FL Studio is an option. Ableton is an option. Personally, I would never choose Pro Tools, but Pro Tools is an option. I think the best thing about Cakewalk is the fact that you can pick it up and go. Yes, there are quite a few things like learn at the beginning, like the preferences window. I'm going to click P real quick. These preferences are so weird and so chaotic. Driver settings, playback and recording. You better make it on Wasabi shared, otherwise nothing works. And the preferences are kind of confusing. But once you get past that, and that's probably going to be the first week of your thing. Once you get past that, Cakewalk is amazing. I will never consider going to a different DAW. unless I will never consider going to another DAW just for the sake of going for another DAW. If I feel like if I feel like I could improve something like my workflow or something like that, I might switch to FL Studio because that's what probably gonna be my next option if I ever switch. But for now, I'm gonna give Cakewalk another about 2 or 3 years. And then we'll go back to the intro. So I had someone tell me in my live stream last week that I should be sponsored by Cakewalk. Woo! That is fire. Listen to this. Listen to this transition. Hold up, yo. Woo! Sorry, I'm dancing again. I thought of a really cool idea. I'm gonna quick drop down to intro level quietness for like a bar, and then go back to the normal stuff like this. We're gonna just do some cutouts. Something like this. My server's the place to be. Oh, another idea just came to me. Halfway through this biggest drop, I'm going to have a big stop. 'Cause I usually don't do stops in the middle of a drop. And then I'm gonna do something fancy with my I'm gonna do something fancy with this synth. Yep, 100% Rocco. Ah, I said it wrong again. I'm starting a new thing where I give out free samples every week. Cause I want to see the people on my. The reason I have my Discord server is partly just for the fun of it, but also I realized partly because I have the inspiration to go for it, and I'm the inspiration to just grind as hard as I can. Some people don't, and I want to be that helping hand to everyone I meet. That is why. That's yeah, I don't know. I want to post 2 videos a week sometime soon, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, 3 videos a week sometime soon, because 3 videos a week is actually like insane. I rush to get 2 videos out a week. Lost Soul. Hey, I recognize your icon. Of course I remember you. I don't remember what your name is. Sorry. But I do remember you. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, we're good. So I changed my vocal tag this week. If you'd like to hear it. This new one I have is way cooler than my old one. Way better than my old one. But we're gonna play it right here, okay?
Not every song should end with a bongo solo. Not every song should end with a bongo solo.
That's a little loud. Actually, let's play it over here.
Not every song should end with a bongo solo. Not every song should end with a bongo solo. Not every song should end with a bongo solo.
I think that the mixing is gonna take a little while on this beat, because I can hear I can hear the beat coming on, that it's gonna be fire, but it's gonna take me like really like thinking about what I should do. Okay, and then we get my classic riser, the riser I use in literally every beat. Yeah, you want me to make a video about how to make a tag? I was gonna make a video about how to make that tag. I was gonna like record myself making the tag, but I didn't feel like, actually, to be 100% honest, I did not make up the process of making this tag. Rocco, if you want to learn how to make a tag, look up producer tag, or like producer tag tutorial Cody. His name is spelled CXDY. Producer tag tutorial CXDY. He wears like a pink sweatshirt or something like that. Anyway, he's the one who did the video about how to make the producer tag. You can also look up producer tag what is that guy's name? Oh yeah, Ed Talenti. He has a producer tag video which he features the idea created by Cody.
Not every song should end with a bongo solo.
No problem, Rocco. Okay, so I think this beat is just about done. It's gonna be finished afterwards or later or whatever. But let's see, how long have we been streaming? Stream for about an hour and a half. Wow, that's pretty legit. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just move on from this beat. And let's just talk. I'm gonna make one more beat before the end of this stream. Actually, I have my giveaway of next week already laid out. You want to hear what the giveaway is going to be? I do a giveaway every single week on my Discord server, if you haven't joined already. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. It's going to be a drum loop this time. Basically, I give you the samples itself and stuff like that, and on top of that, I also give you all of the tracks, so that you can actually use it to make your own stuff. Which some people don't do that because they're afraid that the people are gonna rip them off, and the people are gonna get better than they are. But I believe that I will always have the upper hand of you. I think that anyone who watches my YouTube channel, I will always have the upper hand on them, unless they're on the same path as me, because I have a YouTube channel. Not to be flexing on you that I have a YouTube channel, but it's very hard to start a YouTube channel. It's very hard to have a channel that lasts this long. Like I heard a stat one time that's like 90% of YouTube channels stop before they hit 1,000 subscribers. And if you knew the grind that I went to get to this point, you would understand that, because it's actually insane. I hit 1,000 subscribers just a little while ago, and now I'm at 1.13. So, I mean, I've been growing fast recently, but I went the entire first year YouTube only getting 81 subscribers. And there are lots of reasons for that, including the fact that I was trash. But everyone's got to be trash at one point. What am I even talking about? Okay, so I'm going to make a choir sample to start with, because Rocco seemed to like that. I also might go into my theory around distortion. Because I like distortion, and I feel like it's an underrated tool for good melodies. What is my root note for the scale? F. Make this 105. Make this transpose down an octave. Nope, undo that. Ooh. Instead of going down by octaves, I'm just gonna turn off enable. You're right, Rocco. It is heat. I'm just gonna stick with this. Okay, so then I'm gonna talk about distortion. I'm gonna use Simple Side, a free plugin, and I'm gonna go like this. And then I'm gonna use my percussion. I'm gonna use a distortion plugin, a really gritty. Really gritty distortion, and then I'm gonna move a EQ after that distortion. And then how about we put on another distortion kind of thing? I have a trumpet distortion kind of thing. Never mind. Hey, Black Assassin. We're making the second beat. We just finished our first beat, and now we are getting started. Oh, I just realized something about this. What in the world? Come on. I'm not sure if are you sure you hit 4K? I feel like last time I checked you weren't at 4K. Whatever. I'm not gonna doubt that you hit 4K. Like, that's kind of a weird thing to flex, because if you're lying, it's easy to prove wrong. So I'm just gonna assume that you're telling the truth. Cause why would I spend the effort to doubt you? I'm just gonna say congrats, Black Assassin. Good night, RT. Have a good one. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because I looked in your thing and you had somewhere around like 300 followers, something like that. Yeah, congratulations anyway, Black Assassin. I'm getting so freaking close to 4,000 watch time hours on my YouTube channel. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. That felt kind of like a flex. I don't mean to brag about your 4,000 plays, but the 4,000 just reminds me of the fact that in order to get monetized on YouTube, you have to have 4,000 watch time hours, and right now I'm at 3,800 watch time hours in the past year. It's in 365 days. So that's like honestly crazy to think about. Like someone has spent the time to watch my content for 4,000 hours. Ugh. 4,000 hours. It's actually crazy. And I'm at like 3,800 right now. So if anyone wants to go into one of my playlists and then just like watch it for like 20 hours straight, that'd be very helpful. I'm that devoted. And that's also another thing I love. One of my stats on my YouTube channel that I am so thankful for is that you can see how many people have hit the bell, and you can see how many people have subscribed and how many people hit the bell. And it blows my mind and it just warms my heart to think that it's something around like 25% of my subscribers have hit the bell. And that just like that's crazy. I it's probably lower than 25. It's probably around 20 or 15. But anyway, just like I have a good, I don't know, 200 people who devotedly say, not only do I want to watch this guy, but I want to watch this guy over and over again, and I want to learn from this guy, and I want to grow with this guy. And it just like blows my mind that me as a random little high school student in the middle of nowhere, just like bam. And I think that any of you could do that. I don't think any of you could do it actually. I think anyone can do it. Just the amount of people who will do it is ridiculously small, because it is a grind to get to 500 subscribers. It is even more of a grind to get to 200 subscribers, if you know what I mean. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know about that. I'm just gonna forget about that sound for a second there. Let's get expanded here. I'm gonna hold that chord. And then add some. How many are still there? How many of you are still there? Because if there's anyone out there that I can tell this to, if there's anyone out there that can listen to this, I want them to hear this. The biggest thing that I learned on my journey of getting to 1,000 subscribers is that nobody So there are two of my biggest things that I learned on getting to 1,000 subscribers. Number one is that if you have bad beats, you will not grow at all. Period. Get your beats under control. Figure out what you're doing. Get a clear plan and go for it. I'm going to call this one row. This beat row. Get a clear plan of what you're doing and make good beats. That's number one. Number two is that always be give. Never be take. If you walked into a let's see. Let's say you're a salesman for something. And you walked into a busy let's say you're a salesman and you walked into a busy department place where there's a whole bunch of little shops all over the place, and all those little shops are selling individual products. Now these little shops here that are all around the place, they've paid for their right to sell their products there. And you are a random person off the street who decided that he wants to promote his stuff and get people to sign up for his mailing list or something like that. You get me? You follow me? So I'm trying to paint a picture. So you're in a shopping mall, like let's say it's like a county fair or something like that. You're at a county fair and there's a whole bunch of little shops there, and they're all selling there's little random knickknacks, you know. There's sometimes people are selling lotions. There's always like a dip or a chip dip and like salsa or something like that. And then this random guy comes in. He wants to try to sell you this product. Maybe it's an online thing or something like that. Talking about you? What do you mean talking about you? I'm not saying anything about you. Basically what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to make this sound like it's about you, Black Assassin. I can see how you might think that, but I'm just trying to say these things in general. I don't want to talk about you or anything like that. Anyway, if there's someone walking in, and they walk in and immediately try to get your name on a mailing list, and that's what I kind of did at first when like, I would do for like, let's say, what am I thinking? I would do that in like comment sections of like very popular YouTubers, like Chris Poncelon. I would do that all the time to Chris Poncelon's videos because I would go into their thing and I would just be like, "Oh, nice video! I really liked how you did this. It reminds me of the time that I did this in my beat making video." And every once in a while, this guy Chris Poncelon would even heart one of my comments, and he'd be like, "Hey, nice job! Hey, thanks for the comment, dude," or whatever. And I feel bad looking back into that because I realized that my YouTube channel grew even more when I decided that my Discord server is not going to be a way for me to promote my videos. My Discord server is going to be a way that I can just chat with my friends. So basically I'm at the point where I'm going to be giving out as much free content as I possibly can for the next 13 years. 13 years. And then I'm going to say, support me on Patreon. And everyone's going to come. I can see already. Or I'm going to say, hey, I'm starting this new school. Join it. Everyone's going to come. Because they're not addicted to what I'm selling anymore. They're addicted to me. They're addicted to how I give away everything. How I share all my secrets. And actually, that's one thing about you, Black Assassin. I am going to say that I was talking with you in the Discord and stuff and like that. In like the DMs. And I got to admit, you're very, very open to give away all of your secrets as of mixing and stuff like that. And I want to clap you on the back for that, because well done. It's very easy for someone to say, no, I keep these things to myself. A magician never tells the secrets. It's very easy to say that if I tell you these secrets, you're going to knock me off my horse and you're going to take the lead. No, I can see that in you, that at least in that sense of your thing, you're willing to give away information. And I'd say, if you really want to grow, maybe have an Instagram account where, if you really want to grow Black Assassin, I say get an Instagram or get a YouTube or something like that, and just post a video every single day. Maybe it's a 2-minute video. Every single video. Make a 2-minute video every single day, giving your advice on mixing and stuff like that, because you seem to be very confident in your mixing. And I'd say get onto the internet and get what you have to say out there. And with that will come people who like it, who say he's not just trying to get me to listen to his beats. He's actually trying to teach me. He's actually trying to learn with me. He's actually trying to grow me. Not to be so selfish into thinking that, like, I'm saying you should make an Instagram. I'm saying that you should make a YouTube channel. But I'm not saying that you should make a beat selling YouTube channel. I'm not saying that you should just make a channel where you just like post your beats and hope that people will listen to them and like spam everywhere. Like, check out my new beat, check out my new beat, check out my new beat. No. You've got to say, hey people, what is up guys? Bongonzo here. Welcome back to another video. Today in this video, I'll be teaching you how to. Today in this video, I'm going to be inspiring you how to give. Yep, you're exactly Black Assassin. You're right about the mixing thing. So I'm just going to try to say that. If there's something that you're good at, and you're confident in it, and you think that you're ready, because here's the thing, when I started my YouTube channel, I was not ready. I was not good at making beats. Now I think I am. Now I think I'm good. And I'm good enough for people to respect me, and I'm good enough to respect myself. Because I know I'm worth it. And if I'm not good at something, I can improve, because I know I know I can improve, I know I have room to improve, and I know in the future I will improve. Thank you for listening to a rant. If you do end up making something, Black Assassin, send it over to me, and I'd love to hear it. So where were we? I don't even remember what this beat sounds like. Okay. Woo! That's another thing about making a YouTube channel or making some sort of program that you can teach people, is that the reason I grew so fast is because I realized, first of all, the reason I grew so fast is because the reason I improved so fast, like my abilities to make beats improved so fast, because I was making beats every single week, every single day. And not only was I making the beat, but I was showing you how to make a beat. So therefore, I've got to know what I'm doing. And when I do something and I do something that's cool, I have to stop in a second, wait, how did I do that? Let me make a step-by-step tutorial on how to do that, so that in the future people can do it just like I did. Like, it's one thing to do a cool effect and say like, wow, that was kind of interesting, but it's another thing to say, okay, so what makes that distortion just right? How can I replicate that later? So that's even something to say, like, maybe by making a YouTube channel where you talk about mixing, you, on top of just teaching people and growing your audience by that way, but you're also going to be getting better at it yourself, because every single week you're going to be teaching people what mixing is. Here we go. Okay. Here we go, boys. I don't know if it was you, Roku, who asked about if there are like rules to making beats. I don't know if it was you, Roku, who asked about if there are rules to making beats. And I just kind of say to that question is that there are no rules to making beats, but there are things that you should probably not do. For example, if I go like this on my EQ and I boost all this stuff, and then I just copy this EQ so that there are several of them, sorry if I just hurt someone's ears. But what I'm saying is that there are no rules to making beats, but you should be careful to not go to the extreme ends in the fact that there's no rules, so I can do whatever I want. Like, exactly, you said, who does that, bruh, in my... So, yeah, that was an extreme example. But what I'm saying is that learn from people in a way that you take what they have, take what they do and apply it exactly to you. Just copy it straight from. Like, just like look what they do and like, okay, I'm gonna do exactly that way. And then as you're doing that, you'll realize like, oh wow, the EQ curve on this 808 sounds really good. Let me try to boost it more. And you try to boost it more and you're like, oh, that sounds bad. So it's like something like that. Like, yeah, make it your own. Make it your own for sure. But the thing is that you're never gonna make your own until you start learning what is appropriate. Because if you start immediately from the get-go as there are no rules, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want, you're gonna quickly realize that not even you like your beats because you don't have any anchor. Like if you say that I'm gonna make this beat where I'm just gonna solo the 808 and that's gonna be my entire beat. And then you're gonna like just freak out and you're gonna show your parents and you're like, wow, aren't I just the most amazing producer of all time? I should go full time. Why don't you support me in this? It's because you're trash. It's because that you don't think in the long term and say like, I know there are no rules, but it's hard to explain. There are things that are generally accepted across all areas. Do you use Cakewalk anymore, Kendall? I'm not against it. Exactly. What do you mean chill? Are you talking about my 808 and kick? Yeah, you're right. That's true. That's true, Black Assassin. Yeah, Kendall. I have a Discord server in the description. If anyone has things like that to request, you can just talk me in the Discord server, and I can talk you more one-on-one there because I can't talk one-on-one here. Like that's just gonna be a waste of. It's gonna be a waste of my time, and it's also gonna be just weird. There we go. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh! Shoot, 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 shoot. That was so fire. How did I do that? Oh! Do you feel like the crunch of the kick mixed with the crash of the hi-hat? Oh. That's why. That's why I wasn't having good control. Yeah, Kendall, if you join my Discord server, you'll see my name. Actually, I can check out you right now. How about we just do this one-on-one right now? So I'm just gonna go on my Discord server. Yeah, it does. So did you join my Discord server, Kendall? So if you click on the button, so Kendall, I'm just gonna, if you go into my description, and the second link down there says join me on Discord. Click that little link there, and it's gonna send you to my Discord server, and then you'll see my name, you'll see my face and everything like that, and you can just let's see what do you do? You click on my name, and then it's gonna say message. You can type whatever you want and push enter, and it'll go right to me, and then we can talk there. Got it? So we first gotta join, and I'm probably gonna get a notification when you do join, but just let me know when you do, so that we're on the same page. Okay, so now we add a hi-hat, a single hi-hat, not like a crash. This is kind of fire. I'd say it's really fire, actually. Okay. First things first, do you have Discord? Yeah. I gotta admit, Rocco, I don't really know much about you, but every time I'm around you, I just feel like Okay, I was watching it. It's like, for example, the way that I have learned from other people is that I was watching a Nick Mira live stream, literally watching like 3 hours of a live stream, like just like focus, like nothing else. I'm just looking at that stream and I'm just like, this guy has it figured out. What can I do to be exactly like him? So anyway, I noticed that he puts a lot of like his hi-hats on top of other hi-hats. So there's like two hi-hats playing at a time. And it's actually fire. Like I like before I couldn't actually do that just because of the way that the ADSR sampler works. But now that I can, like, it's like, whoo. What I was saying, Roku, was before, it was like, what I was saying before, Rocco, is that I feel like if we ever met, we would be good friends. Just the way that. Yep, that's true. I sent you a Kyle beat recently, a beat from Kyle recently, just for you to check out because I felt like. Yeah, I remember. Anyway, I like how simple Kyle Beats makes his beats. By the way, this is like the first time I've made like a beat that's very simple. Like, this might not sound like ridiculously simple, but it is simple considering the fact that I usually have several melodies. And I like this. Yeah, that beat is so fire. So, I have this little Spotify playlist that I want to promote on my YouTube channel soon. But anyway, and that's the first beat on the list. I forget what the song is called. It's like from bum 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 dun 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 bum bum bum. This probably sounds weird, but I'm gonna go right to the drop. Dun 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 dun. Perfect. Run it back. Take it down. Take your money back. Don't really gotta da. If it's less than 100x. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, this does remind me of that song. Speaking of, I was watching a Cody okay, small echo in the snare, got it. Nope. That's actually fire, dude. Reese, I just want to give you a big high five. I love that. Thank you. Okay, so I watched a Cody video where he did like a hi-hat, like how to keep bouncy hi-hats tutorial or whatever. And he used a glitch plugin on his hi-hats, and I thought that was genius, and now I'm gonna try it. I mean, I tried it a couple days ago, but Sorry guys, I turned off the screen. Okay, gotcha, Kendall. Shaper box. Here we go. So you want halftime? Yeah, the guy he used halftime in his tutorial too. Or maybe he used I'm just gonna dance around the room a little bit real quick. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Good idea too. I'm gonna use the automation of the pan, and I'm gonna do something like this. So I'm gonna have them mix down the pan a little bit, and then I'm gonna also add in. Let's see. Let's add like one of these like, so it like makes like horizontal kind of things. Let's make this like. Black Assassin, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would. And I got asked to do a paid promotion on a product a couple weeks ago, and I said no. And this is kind of like in the same category as that. I'm not sure if I will, simply because I don't really know how people are going to take it right now. Kind of the kind of thing like I give, don't take. If I get to the point where I'm promoting a whole bunch of products, it's gonna feel like I'm taking, like saying like you're my audience, so now you deserve to earn me some money, like kind of that thing. So I'm not sure if making a like a promotion of someone else. Yeah, no, that's all good. And it's all good to ask, and I'm glad that you did ask. I'm glad that you do ask. And if things get to the point where I don't think it's gonna be selling out to promote you, then yeah, let's do it. Like let's do a little collab or something like that. Ooh! This is gonna go fire with some distortion, I bet. I'm just gonna record it without trying. Okay. I think my mouse is about to die. I have batteries in my drawer, though. Why? Okay, so here's another thing that's kind of funny that I cut out of most of my videos. But I do not cut out of my live streams, obviously. And that is that I tend to talk about random things, like the fact that my mouse is about to die. And like people don't care if your mouse is gonna die. This thing is so fire. I don't know if I want to rap on it, actually. I kind of want to keep this as like the hallmark of my YouTube channel. Like if I can have this like the intro of my stuff. But I'll have to mix it and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Illuminati Productions, guess what we're doing? We are cooking heat. Okay. Perks. Gucci shaker. Here we go, boys. But maybe I will. Maybe I will. Who knows? Oh, I can hear some snare rolls on this beat. I'm so glad that I chose... I'm so glad that I chose a snare instead of a clap in this beat. Because the clap would... A clap might sound good, but a snare would just be better. So if I'm going to be doing snare rolls, I should probably do this. Okay, boys. And girls. Are there any girls watching this stream? I doubt it because literally my 98% of my subscribers are girls or viewers are girls. I mean boys. Oof. I'm gonna add some distortion to those. I can hear a triangle on this bad boy. Oh, I can also hear this rim shot. Isn't that the hardest rim shot you ever heard in your life? Okay, here we go. Those are really bad spots to play that. You always get the best perks when you're dancing while you do it. That's another thing. I wish that's a good thing about having the camera going because oh, what? Good thing about having the camera going is that every time you start dancing, it's on camera. Do you guys ever dance when you make your beats? I think this... Okay, I'm not going to add a perk in right now because I have no idea how this is going to arrange. So I'm not going to jump the gun on anything. And I don't want to add something in that doesn't actually give value to my beat. And you never know what's really going to add value to your beat until you arrange. Oh, what? Undo, redo. If it's fire, I'll dance. Yeah. And I am really enjoying this stream because I literally have danced to both of my beats so far. Actually, in fact, the last beat I made, I danced to it like 3 times. So let's see. And sometimes the thing is, good night, dude. See you later, back assassin. Seems there's only 4 people watching right now, Rocco. I am proud to say that you are one of them. We should have like a name for Bongonzo subscribers. Rocco is an OG Bongo. I don't even know what to say. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh, not soft clip, not free clip. I mean, I'm gonna add this fuzz +3, the same plugin I add to my melody, to add some vintage stuff. OG Bongo. Bum. Well, if you want to call yourself the OG Bongo, I am perfectly fine with that. In fact, I think I'm going to make, just for you, I think right now I'm going to go on my Discord server and I'm going to add like a little tag. And I want to consider you the OG Bongo. Some like accenting kind of like melodies. What do you guys think about this arrangement? this arrangement's a little weak. Thank you, Rocco. Okay, I just thought of something fire, but I don't know what kind of sound I would use to make it, so I'm just gonna use my voice. No, I can't use my voice. Can I? No, I can't use my voice whenever I'm shooting a video because it messes up my audio. Basically, I'm thinking of like a... Okay. I'm just gonna get my producer tag in, and
Not every song should end with a bongo solo. Not every song should end with a bongo solo.
just to simply add, let me get my riser in now, because the riser actually does add so much. It takes it from like being like a nothing to like just feel like a weird transition to all of a sudden being like I'm moving into a new place. After this beat though, Rocco, I'm done.
Not every song should end with a bongo solo.
about done with the stream. Having another stream tomorrow. Which is no surprise considering that I make so many beats. How your AP class is going, Rocco? Every single time I talk to you, you seem to be having some classes to work on and stuff like that. This beat is done, by the way. Whew. That was pretty fire. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I joke about those things, but visiting colleges, impressive. Well, hopefully you visiting colleges doesn't interrupt with the time I'm planning on making a live stream. Anyway, see you guys.